Hi guys, so I painted up these Warhammer 40k Plague Marines, well, a couple of weeks ago. There's a video out somewhere, I'm going to go and check that out. And obviously these miniatures, well, they all come on sprues. As we all know, yeah, I've got back into making things with sprues. It's been a few years since I've done anything, so yeah, I'm having lots of fun, well, reusing all these awesome sprues. So something we always need a lot of, and that's scatter terrain. So whether you play Warhammer 40k, Kill Teams, Necromunda, or any of those other wonderful games, yeah, scatter terrain is something we're all going to use because, well, we need things for our miniatures to hide behind. Otherwise, well, they're just going to get shot straight away. So I've got 4 simple ideas of what you can do with sprues to make said scatter terrain, and that's exactly what I'm going to show you in this video. So these 4 items, all made using sprues, very easy, and yeah, a great way of reusing something that's, well, would normally end up in the bin or in the box or in a cupboard or wherever really. So let's crack on and, well, turn these sprues into some lovely scatter terrain. So one of the main things I like to do with sprues, and that's clean them up. And those immortal words of Blue Peter, well, here's some I made earlier. And as you can see, yeah, these sprues, they're all the outer edge bits with all the nibbly knobbly bits cut off. And something simple we can make with these, and that is to make these into bricks. So you'll have seen in a recent video I made some bases for your miniatures, and in one of them, yeah, I turned these bricks into a floor, well, a brick floor, I guess. Very simple. Say, just cut up the sprues into, well, brick sort of shapes or sizes, and in this case, yeah, rather than using them as a floor, I'm going to make a simple wall with them. And the great thing is, you're going to have tons of sprues left over from all the many sort of miniatures you put together. Especially if you do play Warhammer 40k, the full game, then yeah, you're going to have a ton of miniatures and a ton of sprues. So it doesn't take too long at all to cut these up and make a brick wall. And that's what I love. All 4 ideas I'm going to show you are nice and quick, nice and easy. So not only is it a great way of reusing sprues, but also a quick and easy way to get enough scatter terrain to play, well, whatever it is you're going to play. So when it comes to painting as well, I'm going to show you me painting all 4 of these different ways. Obviously I'm doing it nice and quick. You guys can take more time and yeah, get things painted to, well, probably a better standard than what I'm doing in this little video. So as these are bricks, I thought I'd try and make a few of them, well, a little bit different, a little bit sort of different shade, different colours. So yeah, just go over, paint a few of the bricks in a different colour. I do it with 2 different colours, again, just to make well, make the bricks look a little bit different from each other. And then once I've done that, to sort of blend it all in, yeah, good old wash. So as we all know, speed paints I love using, and washes I absolutely love using, as these do add, well, a lot of sort of contrast and sort of texture and realism, I think, to any sort of build. So say, all 4 builds you're going to see, real simple, real quick. But yeah, just a good little idea of what you can do with all those unwanted sprues. As I say, I've just started getting loads more now that I have been going through my pile of opportunity and getting through a lot of the boxes of Warhammer miniatures that I've had sitting in shelves for the past 2 years. So yeah, I have got a lot of sprues. That being said, I am after more. Yeah, you guys seem to be loving these sprue videos again, so I've definitely got more ideas of what I want to make. So a little bit of grass there, and yeah, awesome number 1 on the old sort of sprue terrain. So the other thing I like, these sprues, I say, to try and keep it nice and simple, in this one I'm not even going to bother sort of cutting bits off, as in nibbly knobbly bits. I am literally keeping it as it is. So take part of the sprue. Some of these sprues do have a lot of sort of fun looking sort of textures and bits and pieces. So yeah, we're going to just keep them as they are and glue them together. And it's the other thing that I do a lot of with sprues when I used to make, well, a whole variety of sprue videos, is sprues are awesome for making frames. As you can see, very simple. Just glue a couple of bits together. So I've got 3 different frames here, and yeah, these are the 3 I am going to show you different ways of making terrain with them. I say, sprues, gluing them together, you really can make all sorts. And the other thing I like about this is, say, framework, you can build things up. So you don't have to have just sort of one level. I mean, in this case, yeah, I'm going to show you a quick and simple little bit of height difference. So when it comes to you playing with the miniatures, you can have some at ground level, and then yeah, some can sort of go up. So yeah, I used my little blade there to cut this, but to be honest, yeah, it's a lot simpler, a lot easier using the old snips to cut sprues. Yeah, the sprues themselves, the plastic isn't that hard, which is great because it does mean it's very easy to cut with, well, a scalpel or the cutters, and you can drill it as well, which I love. So sprues are really good as a sort of basic sort of material to yeah, to do things with. As you can see, yeah, I thought I'd try and be clever and use my little tweezers to pick these up. Yeah, it was easier just picking it up with my hands, to be honest. Again, paint job here. I'm keeping it very simple with this. So that's another good thing with the sprues, because obviously it's the same plastic as the miniatures. Well, quite obviously. Yeah, it does take paint really well. Primed it, as always, in good old black, because, well, black is my normal go-to for primer. Keeping this one real nice and simple. Just doing a little bit of dry brushing. Obviously knocked a few of the things off. This is where, say, cement glue is awesome. It really does stick things together really well. It just takes a little bit longer to dry than normal glue. And sometimes, yeah, I may get impatient. So just to make things look a little bit better, rather than just a bog standard look there, yeah, I just printed off some sort of like images that I can use as little posters. All I did, went online and typed in Warhammer apocalyptic posters, and yeah, tons appear. So yeah, just print them off, cut them out, and job done. Yeah, this is something I love using, and you'll see me use this on all 4 of these scatter terrain pieces, and that's good old dirty down rust. Unfortunately, I do tend to go OTT on, well, a lot of stuff that I put on. Yeah, and I kind of disintegrated the posters and made them look, well, you couldn't really tell what they were. So I cut some more out, stuck them on, job done. And there we go, another very simple little terrain piece here with a bit of height, which is pretty cool. So yeah, more sprues. So just sticking the 2 together, and the great thing with this is you can make these super high just by attaching more and more sprues. So you really can use your imagination and make all kinds of wonderful scatter terrain. So all these bits that I'm cutting off, yeah, there's one place they're going to go, and that's this lovely jar of acetone. The one I use, it's the cheapest one I always can find. As long as it's 99% acetone, although I don't think I've seen any less than that, to be honest. Yeah, stick your sprues in. After about 7 hours, it'll turn into good old sprue goo. And this stuff, I've used this stuff to make a whole variety of things in the past, and you're going to see a lot more coming up. So one thing with the sprue goo, it sticks to all sorts. So I'm using silicone stuff here just to sort of help so it doesn't stick to everything. And greaseproof paper. Got a bit of wood there just so I can make it nice and flat. As what I'm going to do here is make some panels. So it's been a while, yeah, a good 2-3 years since I've made any panels. So guys, one thing I will say here, yeah, you don't really want to touch this stuff. It's not good for you. Use your own common sense. Yeah, I could have been using gloves, but my intention was, well, not to get this on my fingers. So whenever it comes to anything like this, you use your own judgment, health and safety. If you want to wear gloves, want to wear a mask, yeah, you go ahead, guys. But for the sake of this video, I'm keeping it nice and simple, nice and quick. And then using a simple little roller. I did have a roller in the past that had these attachments at the end, so you could make the height sort of like 1mm, 2mm, 3mm. Haven't got a clue where that roller's gone. I might buy another one. But yeah, simply by rolling the sprue goo between 2 sheets of greaseproof paper. As you can see, I've done quite a few here, laid them out. Again, it takes about 7 hours for sprues to turn into sprue goo. It takes a good 7 hours for them to sort of, well, turn back. As you can see, yeah, I've not left it 7 hours. I've left it about 5. So this stuff still hasn't quite cured. So I left it a bit longer, and then, yeah, you get the panels. Again, guys, it's been a few years since I've done this. I did get it down to a T where I could make panels where they're almost virtually flat, crinkle proof, and didn't have this texture. That being said, sometimes this texture is pretty cool, because this is going to be, well, like an orc barricade. So rougher the readier. Yeah, it's fine. Again, this is why I love doing stuff for orcs, because things don't have to be neat, don't have to be precise, because, well, that's not the orc way. They do take stuff and yeah, manipulate it and make things out of it, which is why I just love orcs. They really are the true kit bashers. So to make it more orky, yeah, let's make some little triangular pieces, little sort of teeth kind of things, and we can put them here and there. Again, that's everything. This the sort of sprue panels, so easy to cut. I mean, these are wafer thin, sort of 1 to 2 millimeter thick, if that. So very easy to cut with scissors or a blade. And again, you can still use the cement glue to glue these together. So I will be doing more with sprue panels, so keep an eye out for that. And again, I will get it back to how I used to be able to do it, and make some lovely, perfect flat sprue panels. So my little sprue bits box, yeah, I'm going to use these round little bits that are, well, cut off from sprues, as these are going to be like rivets, albeit these are maybe oversized. But again, this is an orc build, so yeah, it doesn't really matter. Again, I love orcs. Don't take themselves too seriously, a bit like me, like chucking things together, definitely like me, and yeah, just have fun with it, which is definitely what I do. So again, simple little paint job here. Typically when I do sort of orky stuff, the main colours, good old red, green, blue, yellow, seem to be the colours that they seem to really like, so that's what I'm doing here. Again, when you're doing this, yeah, take more time, be neater, more precise, or make things how obviously you want them to look. But for the sake of this video, yeah, I am slapping this stuff on. I often say this, but I feel like I paint like a 5-year-old. Or it's like they say, yeah, dance like no one's watching, or run like you just don't care. Yeah, that's what I do when I'm painting. I'm just painting for the fun of it. Again, Dirty Down Rust. This is definitely my friend. I love this stuff. Just with the miniatures, that I like the old grimdark style of painting with them. When it comes to terrain, yeah, I like terrain that really has been standing around for hundreds of years. It's cream crackered, it's rusty, it's, yeah, it's seen better days. Dirty Down Rust, yeah, that gives me the results I like. Again, this is when it comes to painting, guys. What I do won't be for everyone, but I obviously paint for me. So yeah, so whenever I do paint, I'm painting with me in mind, having fun, and trying to sort of get the results that I like. And then good old transfers. Yeah, I've got a few transfers, not too many, because obviously for some reason all the miniatures I seem to get don't tend to have a whole lot. Say orcs don't really have a lot of sort of transfers on them, but easy to buy transfers. Well, I should have put them on before I did the Dirty Down Rust, so that's why I'm now just going over again, and making the transfers look a little bit like, well, they've been there a lot longer than they have. So yeah, another sort of say it's simple, easy, and this is what I like as well. I do like making things that are simple, easy and fast. So if you want to make a full board up of Warhammer 40k sort of sprue terrain, it really isn't going to take you all that long to get, well, some good instant results for your miniatures to hide behind. So for the last one, yeah, sometimes obviously you guys might not want to do anything with the sprue goo. So this last one, this last one's probably my favourite, to be honest. It really is simple. It's probably the quickest terrain to make, because all you got to do is get your sprue, cut a few bits, glue them together, and then rather than using the sprue panels, just use some cardboard. And in this case, yeah, a Coke Zero box thingy, what's it? So again, these are items that aren't going to cost you any money. And I found with this one, rather than sort of cutting it all nice and neat, if you rip it, it obviously gives you some nice sort of rough looking edges. Definitely sort of like worn down bits of metal. But not only that, when you come to paint it, those sort of rougher edges, they look almost furry. So it does look like parts of metal that have been sort of broken, damaged, or even sort of like blown up. So again, this terrain is probably the easiest and best to make, because it's certainly the quickest. Doesn't take or doesn't cost any money other than the glue and, well, whatever paint you're going to do. So yeah, guys, make this this terrain. So I painted mine, or primed mine, in a green, just because it's got that bit more of an army sort of battlefield look to it and feel to it. Again, bit of dry brushing with silver. Yeah, I probably should have got a different silver. I think the silver I've got, it really isn't isn't a strong silver. So yeah, I need to get a better silver really. And again, transfers. Yeah, I think transfers, they really do transform things from looking, well, plain, bog standard, not that exciting, to something that looks a bit more, well, how it should be. And good old hazard stripes. Can't beat hazard stripes. So yeah, definitely get some transfers on that. Again, if you don't have the transfers, that's fine. Just print off some bits and glue them on. Again, nice, simple, quick and easy. And it also means you don't have to spend money on, well, buying transfers and the stuff. And yeah, lastly, as always, dirty down rust. So trying to be a bit more sparingly with this, because sometimes I do bath things in this. So this time I've tried to keep it just to the bottom, where I kind of think there'd be more rust, and a little bit at the top. So where you ripped that paper, it really does give that nice furry looking edge, which I think works really, really well. And I say for me, this probably is my favourite out of all the terrains I've made. I think it looks the best, and it's definitely the simplest and quickest and easiest. And there we go. Yeah, good old bit of terrain for your miniatures to hide behind and peek out and shoot around the sides. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed the video. I certainly enjoy making these ones with sprues because, well, it is a great way of recycling stuff, and more importantly, you're making something very usable with the stuff. If you haven't found the video at all informative and helpful, I would love it if you could hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell, as I am now creeping towards that lovely 100k subscriber. So yeah, with your help, I'll be able to get there, well, hopefully fairly soon. And if you can, share the video. Obviously, that's another great way of, well, getting my video out there to new viewers. So guys, yeah, don't forget, let me know in the comments what you thought about this video, what you may want to see me make in future videos. And if you do have any sprues that you're not using and you'd like me to put them to good use, then my email is in the contacts or description down below. Yeah, I'd love to hear from you guys if you've got any sprues you want to send my way, as I do have a whole variety of projects in mind. Some are small, little ones like this, and some are bigger. And yeah, the bigger ones definitely need more sprues. Okay guys, before I start waffling and going on and on and on, yeah, I'm going to go. Let me know in the comments which one of these you prefer. Is it the same one as me or one of the others? Anyway, you guys take care. Have a great Christmas. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye for now. Oh, don't forget, click on this video here to see more of what I do. Bye now.